Shout out to these YouTube streets. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Shout out to the chat. I've been asleep for a little bit, you guys. I'm just now waking up. I've been asleep for a little while, you guys. Just now waking up. I believe it's after 11 o'clock at night. And I'm doing this video. I was asleep earlier, but my sleep, I can't enjoy my sleep because of that story I read, or the story that was told to me, because I remember reading the story a long time ago, and you know how you be on the YouTubes, and I was trying to look at this cartoon, but they're biblical stories. They're biblical stories. And I said, well, this should be kind of fun. You know, I didn't know. I looked at it. I really didn't read the title. Then I read the title. And I said, oh, these are some dark stories from the Bible. So I went into the first one. And the first one was talking about this dude. I forget his name. And I'm glad I'm forgetting his fucking name, because this dude is a fucking asshole. Anyway, let's go on with the story. The dude grew up in a house where he was rejected by his family. He had half siblings. No one in the family wanted to deal with him. As he got older, he moved out of the village. He was like an outcast. You know what I mean? Word. Because I think his mother was a concubine. Anyway, let's go on with the story. Shout out to the chat. There was a war getting ready to happen with Israel and another group of people. Now, I forget who the group was that Israel was fighting against. It just seems like to me, Israel was involved with a lot of wars. They was constantly fighting, or they were in rebellion to God himself. Shout out to the chat. Let's go on with the story. The dude, he was an outcast. He was living outside of the village. He was getting ready to leave the land all the way together. Then a war broke out. Now, all of a sudden, when trouble came, his family sought him out. It was like, oh, we got to go find him. So they found him, and he went to war. He made his family a promise. Then he went to God himself, and he made God a promise I don't think he should have made. It was a terrible mistake. He told God, if he is victorious in this war that he was fighting, whatever came out of his house, he didn't care what it was, he would put it to death and make it a blood sacrifice to God himself. Well, the war was over. The man was victorious. He went back to his house. Had one child. He didn't have a house full of children. His wife didn't come out and greet him. His brothers, nobody. But he had a daughter. The only child he had. Something that he truly loved, close to his heart. She came out to greet him. And he cried out. He tore his robes. That's when Letitia, shout out to you. Shout out to you, Letitia. Good evening. I couldn't sleep, Letitia. My sleep got disturbed. And I saw your video. Very good. Very good t-shirt. Good hoodie. Very beautiful. Beautifully done. Professionally packed. So shout out to Letitia for coming in. I acknowledge her. Thank you, Letitia. Letitia, you just cut my wisdom. Hold on. So he remembered his promise to God. And he was like in grief about it. So when he told the daughter what he promised to God, the daughter didn't say anything. She said, let me go out for 2 months with some of my friends so I could have a good time and I can grieve. After the 2 months were up, she returned home to him. He killed her. He set her up as a burnt offering to God. And God didn't intervene like the way he did earlier. I guess for Abraham and his child, there was a ram in the bush. But I just have a question. Why did God want that young girl to die? Why did he feel it was so fucking important to destroy this man's heart? This man was probably never the same again. And you know what? God didn't give a fuck. The man had a hard beginning, had a humble beginning. He was rejected by his family. He was an outcast. The only reason why his family wanted him back is because he knew how to deal with the trouble. He knew how to fight a battle, a war, and win and be victorious. But they didn't give a fuck about him. They were just using him. Which kind of reminds me of certain people in my life or me myself. You know what I mean? Didn't have a good upbringing, humble beginnings, outcasts. I don't remember ever making God any kind of promises like that. I think I was wise enough not to do something like that. Because I know how it feels to lose someone. I think everyone knows how that feels. Everyone deals with grief different. My way of dealing with it is to distract myself. I had to put down the alcohol over 4 months ago. That is not an easy thing to do. Shout out to that. I'm a natural night owl. I stay up a while in the house. That's true. Who's this? Tamika. So Letitia's in the house. Tamika's in the house. Both of these young women are in the building. Shout out to y'all. Thank you. I just was wondering, did y'all read that story? It's in the Bible. I forget the man's name because the man was such a jerk to me, in my opinion. Then there was another story they did. It was about David and about how one of his daughters got raped and how David didn't do anything about it. And one of his sons did. And later on, a few years down the line, All David's wives got raped in front of him in the middle of the day by one of his own sons. And guess what? Nothing ever happened to any of those people that did the raping. They punished the women. Have you women ever thought about why certain things happen to us as being female? I'm just because the Bible, I mean, and then the Quran is no better. The Torah is no better. Where is the women safe? Where is the safety? God himself don't even fucking like us. Can you imagine? The Bible always makes the woman into a fucking villain. And if she's a villain, something happens to her. Now, I'm not siding with Jezebel, but now I see why Jezebel was considered a villain and why she did the things she did, because she already knew she came from a culture, a background that didn't value women. We're not valued. Nobody gives a fuck about us. And that's a fucked up feeling. But I've been knew that all my life. Bible didn't have to tell me that. The stories didn't have to tell me. History tells you. The Holy Bible, the Holy Quran, the Torah. Where are we safe? That's a man-made book. That's right, Letitia. But Letitia, it's being pushed all over the world. That's what I'm saying. It's just like I'm sitting here in this house, right? And let's say someone sends me a text message and says something about somebody I know, and it's a very bad thing. I look at the text message, I read the text message, I say, well, I'm sure nobody else is going to see it. But the same person that sent me that text message could have sent it to 100 more people. And if you keep sending it every day, every month, for over a year, people are going to start believing this shit. That's what I'm saying. And the 85% are the people that will actually follow this bullshit. That's why I'm getting ready to finish off this this one video I'm going to do about the Vatican and the corruption of government, and how corruption actually got started. It started with the religions. That's where it started from. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, that's true, Letitia. That's true now. What you saying is true. I keep reading about that. You know what I mean? But you know what, Letitia and Tamika? I don't know if Tamika's still in the building. Shout out to y'all. Let me read. There's 3 in the building. We got 4 likes. Shout out to the chat. Yo, check this out, Letitia. When I was in New York, right? Okay, check this out, Letitia. When I was in New York, right? I was living, the last neighborhood I was living off of South Broadway. I lived on a street called Saratoga Avenue. Before that, I was living at North Broadway. And I used to live with my sister. She lived on Nepperham. She lived in a building called the Whitney Young. Anyway, to make a long story short, Letitia, I ended up moving out of the transitional housing program I was in. It was up there on North Broadway. It was a halfway house for the homeless. You know what I mean? Shout out to the chat. I ended up moving to Saratoga Avenue to a beautiful apartment, Letitia. My apartment was beautiful. Shout out to the chat. No carpet on the floor, hardwood floors. When you went into the into the bathroom in the kitchen, it was like the Spanish Harlem tiles. I don't know if you know anything about Spanish Harlem. I drink me some water, man. It got too hot in here. Hey, Nikki Lee, what's up? Shout out to the chat. So we got Tamika, got Nikki Lee, and Letitia. Okay. Let me finish. So I was living in this one neighborhood in Yonkers. It was all off of Saratoga, Lawrence, and South Broadway. It wasn't too far from the Bronx. I wasn't too far from the Bronx where I was living. I loved my apartment. It was beautiful. There was no carpet on the floor like this one. But the neighborhood was a Santeria neighborhood. It was Santeria. Even when there was even some shops, it was even some stores there where they sold like things that you would use in a Santeria, a ritual, or you could buy candles out of there. And I bought candles and stuff like that out of there. Because I before I even moved to that neighborhood, I was already studying other religions. Ever since what happened to Sergeant Crystal Reagan and the children. Because I was like, no way in the world can God just stand by, watch 4 people get killed up. The dude went to jail, but that wasn't enough for me. That wasn't fucking enough for me. And I don't think it'll ever be enough. You know what I mean? I don't really expect y'all to understand. Birdman understood me a whole lot better. Like, let's say if he was here, right? I wouldn't even turn on the YouTubes. I'd be like, yo, I saw this creepy story on the YouTubes, and I would be telling him this. Or if I was in prison, I would be telling my cellmate about this. And me and my cellmate, we probably would stay up all night talking about the Bible. And this is what this video is about. Because I just can't believe some of the shit I wrote. I not wrote, but read. And the video said, these are some dark stories in the Bible that people don't talk about. And now I see why they don't talk about them. I grew up in the church. But when I got older, I decided to leave. You know what I mean? And I'm glad I made that decision. You know what I mean? So I lived in this neighborhood. It was a Santeria neighborhood. And every Thursday at 1:00, they would start playing the drums. It was the certain block that the drum music was coming from. And they would play until 8:30 at night. My sister came to visit me one particular day, and she said, Arabia, be careful throwing things away because this is a Sandaria neighborhood, and they do like to go into the garbage, and they do like to collect items from people maybe they should not be collecting. Shout out to the chat. I had a very wonderful sister. She's still living to this day. So let me go on with the story. I know that, Letitia, but Letitia, it's still no fucking excuse. I'm just wondering why women are the targets of everything, even on this app, even with Sis. Letitia, you got to admit, Sis hates women. You got to admit that. Even him, Kwame Brown, same thing. Most of the men that's over a group somewhere on the YouTubes, they got an issue with females. They do. It's a problem. I noticed it with KB. I'm noticing it with Sis. I've been knew it about Sis. You know what I mean? I just had to find out for myself, how certain people felt about me. And then they was said out loud, not too long to me why certain dudes don't like me. And ain't got nothing to do with me being LGBTQ. It just got something to do with how I talk to some of them. And I don't blame myself for talking to them a certain way sometimes, because they need to be talked to a certain way. Shout out to the chat. Some have mommy issues, and she says they might feel you are a threat. I'm a woman. How can I be a threat? They're stronger than me. They're bigger than me. How can I be a threat? I don't. There was this dude, it was a serial killer a couple of years ago. His name is Ed Kemper. The man is 6'8". The man killed 10 women, but before he killed the 10 women, he killed his grandparents. He went to an institution. He stayed there until he was 21. He got out. He killed 10 different females, and then he killed his mother. He always had mommy issues, and a lot of these dudes in the sector got mommy issues. Garrett, Biz 101, Kwame Brown, TJ. They ain't the only ones. Sis too. He in there. Shout out to the chat. That's just my opinion, but it's not just them. I'm just talking about the outside world in general. Like that dude that killed my sister-in-law and my two nephews and my niece. When they found my niece Sierra was 15 years old. When they found her and they did the autopsy on her, I'm going to tell you something, Letitia. When they found Sierra Sierra was curled up in a fetal position. The man tried to burn down the house. He had already killed Crystal. He almost decapitated her. He stabbed the other two boys, but he didn't do to the two males like the way he did the females. It's a big difference. It was personal what he did because he used a knife was used in the commission of that crime. To this day, they still haven't found that knife. But I still blame the police. If the police would have did their fucking job, Sergeant Crystal Reagan would still be living. Sierra would be living. Laquan, Rashid. They didn't listen to her when she said she had a fucking order of protection. But in a way, I blame her too, because she knew what kind of dude that was. She divorced my brother to marry that fucking clown. And what did the clown do? The clown killed her. And that's what a lot of women need to stop doing, making fucking mistakes by getting with these fucking clowns. You know what kind of person they are, you get with them anyway. Shout out to the chat. I was a little more careful in my selection. When I did date men, I was more careful in my selection. Birdman was the longest lasting relationship. I think after him, I'm done. I wash my hands of any of that bullshit. You know what I mean? Because I know how men get down. For real, for real. You are their competition along with the other men. Damn. I've never heard of something so silly. I mean, but I thank you for saying that. You know, I read the rest of your statements, but that one caught my eye quicker than anything. You know what? It's surprising that my eyes are not blurry tonight. Yeah. It's surprising that my eyes are not blurry tonight. I can actually read the fucking screen. I still wish I had my reading glasses, though. I should have replaced them a long time ago. In a few more hours, you guys, I'm going to have to get up and tend to my life. But for right now, I'm safe in this house. I don't have to worry about nobody. I don't have to worry about nobody picking with me. I don't have to worry about nobody arguing with me. I don't have to worry about a work ticket right now. I have to worry about that in a few more hours. And I see that today is going to be one of my aggressive days. It's not going to be a good day. You can just wake up in the morning and know, you can feel when the day is not going to be good. I had a good day yesterday, yes. Felt blessed yesterday, yes. Today is a different day. Today is Tuesday. Today it's not raining. Today the sun will come out. Today just might be the day I go on a work ticket, but I already see I got an attitude early this morning. I got a fucking attitude. Shout out to the chat. We got 3 in the building. We got 4 likes. We got 3 in the building. And we got 4 likes. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, I went live earlier. I always appear on camera. Like, when I feel like it, I'll just turn on the fucking camera. You know what I mean? Word. But then I kept looking at those videos and I was like, okay, I'm trying to do different things with different effects for the videos and stuff. I'm trying to change it up. And I'm still trying to share things that I like. Like I like Yo Yo when she came out with that song, Don't Try to Play Me Out. Don't try to play me out. Yo, 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 that's my girl. And then I looked at a video that Susan Vega did a long time ago. Yo, I ain't gonna tell no fucking lie. Susan Vega is a fine motherfucker. If I was a man, I would be doing my best to try to get with her. Yo, man. Now I see why motherfuckers get obsessed with different females. This bitch, I know she a white woman. I don't care nothing about that. This bitch is a fine motherfucker. This bitch can sing. This bitch got it going on. For real, for real. I mean, we got some good black women too, and I like them too. But it's just certain ones that you know, if you was a man, who you would pursue. You know what I mean? Word. That is a fine motherfucker. She sang all them beautiful songs. I like her. I like Alanis Morissette. I like Amy Winehouse. I like Madonna. I like Cyndi Lauper. You know what I mean? I like Queen Latifah. I like Brandy. I like Whitney Houston. I was crazy about Phyllis Hyman. I was so sad when she died. I was 22 years old when Phyllis Hyman passed away. Shout out to the chat. Yo, that was a fine motherfucker. She stood she stood over 6 feet. I think she was like 6'1". She wore a size 12 in shoes. Shout out to the chat. Yo, that lady was super, super fine. Beautiful lips, beautiful eyes. I can't understand why all these beautiful women can't stay in relationships with these dudes. These dudes don't know the fuck they doing. You got a dick, you got balls, you got all this muscular muscles, but you don't know how to treat a woman. You don't know how to keep a woman. You don't know how to fuck a woman. You don't know how to be intimate with a woman. These dudes are losers. If God would have I don't mean no harm. I don't know why he made me a fucking female. That was the biggest joke. What good is having a pussy? I remember Janis Joplin a few years ago. She wrote a song. Said, "What good does drinking do? Let me write me a song. What good does having a pussy do?" I'm serious. I ain't using it. It ain't being used. When it was being used, I didn't like it for being used that way. I like to use strap-ons and stuff. But what good does being a female do? What was God's purpose of giving me a pussy, breasts, and a female voice when he could have just simply gave me a pair of balls, a nice sized dick, don't matter what size, it could be 3 inches. I bet you I would know how to work it better than some of these fucking men. Shout out to the chat. And that's word is born. Letitia. Letitia, it's the truth though. It's the God. It's the God. Look, Letitia, if you were born a dude, you look good as a dude too. But I'm just saying for me, and you're a nice looking woman too, Letitia. You need the camera up more. It's a whole lot of y'all. It's a whole lot of y'all that be hiding behind them damn avatars. Y'all make me sick with that shit. Y'all be hitting these panels and y'all be behind those damn avatars. I be getting so frustrated with some of y'all. I be like, now I know this female knows she look good. Why is she hiding behind a fucking avatar? Why are you doing? You see Sister T cameras up all the fucking time. Cause Sister T got that confidence in herself. You know what I mean? She know. You know what I mean? Queen Regina, she don't mind cammering up. You know what I mean? There's a few women in this sector. They don't mind. Look at Lonnie. Everybody makes fun of Lonnie. But you know what I like about Lonnie? You know why I love Lonnie? I love Lonnie because Lonnie got confidence in herself. And she doesn't care about what anybody thinks about her. That's why I love Lonnie. Yeah. People think it's for some other reason. No. That's the main reason. Lonnie will always be number one in my book. Out of all the women in this sector, ain't nobody can take Lonnie. Nobody. And I'm not saying that because I'm trying to be fresh or nothing. I just like Lonnie as a person. Regardless whether she's a woman or not. If she was a dude, I would treat her the same way. You know what I mean? Oh, this dude, he got confidence in himself. He cameras up. He talks his shit. He asks, and that's another thing I like about Lonnie. Lonnie asks questions. And sometimes her questions make people uncomfortable because they're not ready for the questions. So what they try to do, they try to destroy her image. They try to destroy her reputation. They try to make fun of her. Lonnie don't let none of that bother her. She be like, fuck them niggas. They get 2 scoops of fuck you. It's the, well, she said it's the strong eyes feel all creeps. Okay. Ain't not worth it. What's up? Yeah, Letitia. That's the way I feel, man. Cause every time I hear Lonnie, Lonnie had went live the other day, right? I think it was Sunday. She went live that morning. And she was in the gym. She was exercising and everything. And she was like, yo, Ray. And she was talking into the camera. Yo, the things Lonnie was saying was funny as fuck. I was laughing. I was cutting up. I said, yeah, Lonnie, that sounds like me. Yeah, oh, yeah, that sounds like the problem. Because she was saying the same thing. They feel threatened because you said X, Y, and Z, and you look like a dude. And they try to make fun of me, but there's nothing they can do to break me down. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never, ever, ever motherfucking hurt me. Shout out to the chat. Yo, what's up? Not worth it. Not worth it. I see you. You ain't got to say, yo, yo, yo. I see you. Not worth it. Okay, never mind. I ask you that question later. Hollywood Cole, what's up, man? Shout out to you. Wow. Shout out to Hollywood Cole. You didn't know what you were walking into. Hollywood Cole. Now you gotta be honest. if you had your okay, let me ask all the men. All y'all men, y'all got penises and all that. Y'all got dick, you got balls, you got them strong ass muscles. If you could fuck any woman in the world, wouldn't you fuck Phyllis Hyman? Or if you could date her, if you could marry her, wouldn't you be able to know how to keep her? And I don't know if everybody remembers who Phyllis Hyman is. I'm going to explain to you who she was. She was a woman from Philadelphia, and she was a singer. She was a famous singer during the 70s and 80s. When Whitney Houston came, you didn't really hear too much from Phyllis. She sang that song, Living in Confusion, Living All Alone, and Don't Want to Change the World. And when you get right down to it, there's a whole lot of other songs that she sung, but the woman was fine. When I looked at the woman's hands, I said, oh, my goodness, my God. She was over 6 feet. She was 6'1". She wore a size 12 in shoes. But the woman was fine. The woman was a model. The woman was a singer. The woman appeared in certain movies with Spike Lee in them. Yo, shout out to Phyllis Hyman. That was a fine motherfucker. Billie Holiday, another fine motherfucker. Bessie Smith, fine. Whitney Houston, fine. Janis Jackson, fine. Amy Winehouse, fine. Susan Vega, fine. Madonna, fine. Yo, if I was a dude and I was in the music industry, I would have fucked all them. I would have fucked all them bitches. I would have fucked all of them. But you know who I would have kept? I would have kept Phyllis. That would have been my wife. I would have married Phyllis Hyman. Yeah, if I was a dude. Now I know she dated women too, but you know. I would have rather. I know God was playing a joke on me. He had to been playing, and it was the most terriblest joke. Why would you do that to me? Why would you make me a bitch when you know I'm supposed to be a man? I'm supposed to be a man. A man. Damn. You. What he say? You. My stick is invisible. Let go. It's invisible. I can't see it. I can't see the stick. I can't see it. I can't feel it, and I can't use it. I don't mean no harm, Hollywood Code. Sometimes when I'm outside, right, and I see the other men, I see them doing it, man. They be having to go to the bathroom outside, whip it out, go to the bathroom. I said to myself, now I gotta find me a bathroom, go way down the street to the restaurant, go into the restaurant, find the bathroom, do my business, come out, and I'm good. I'm good for the next 2 hours. I ain't gotta go to the bathroom if I didn't drink any water or if I didn't drink any coffee. Shout out to the chat. Yeah. But you, man, y'all is blessed, and y'all don't know y'all fucking blessed. Y'all get on my damn nerves. You get on my nerves. I woke up in the middle of the night because I don't know why I was having a bad dream. I should have never looked at those Bible stories on the YouTube. I guess I'm doing it for my research, but some of this research is getting on my damn nerves. Letitia laughing. mm, facts. She said facts. Factual. I'm gonna sound like OSD. Factuals. Factuals. I love me some OSD because and I love him because he cameras up all the time. He don't hide behind a fucking avatar. He very confident what he doing. And when somebody come in, he be like, factuals, factuals. I miss all my love, but he will be back. He will be back around December the 25th. I think he's doing a Christmas video. I'm talking about Vince the Sniper. Shout out to Vince the Sniper. Oh my goodness, children. Vince used to have some very funny videos. He Vince had it going on. And then of course you had the haters. Yeah, nah, shout out to the chat. But he'll be back. He'll be back in a few days to be on the YouTubes. Shout out to the chat. Oh, nothing happened to OSD. I'm just saying, when he be doing his, okay, like how you just entered the building, Hollywood Cole in my chat. Like if you was in his chat, he'd be like, Hollywood Cole, factuals. Letitia, third eye, factuals. Tamika McCullough, factuals. You know, that's how he greets you. You know what I mean? I was just laughing about how he be doing that. Yo, he funny as fuck. I like OSD. There's very few people on this app I actually like. Shout out to the chat. Hollywood Cole, it's good to see you back on these YouTube streets and this sector anyway. Yeah, I'm glad you came back. You came back just in time. Yeah, chat. We had a lot of shit going on in this sector. As you've seen, Tommy, he was on. You know what? I'm subscribed to Tommy's other channel, but I don't see him going live. Something ain't right. Something is strange. I'm getting kind of suspicious. They might have clapped that one too. They keep getting Lord have mercy. Oh, Tommy can't get a break. But somebody like Kwame Brown with his troll ass can be on the YouTubes just causing all kind of disturbance, doxing people. Yeah, fucking Kwame Brown, the fucking troll, the fucking millionaire that want to sit around the everyday working Joe and Jane. He only sitting around them to laugh at him. He only sitting around them to drag him. He only sitting around to judge him. He's only sitting around because he don't have no self-esteem and he want to seem like he's very fucking important. And a lot of fucking people in this fucking sector is making me sick by following his punk ass. Kwame Brown need to eat his own dick, eat his own shit, and fucking die. I hate that fucking clown. Letitia left. Yeah, that's what happened, Hollywood Cole. I'm thinking the same thing too. I'm thinking the very same thing too. Those damn Quamites. But I'm telling you, they're not the only ones that flagged them. I'm going to get down to the bottom of it. Because motherfuckers will show their fucking hand sooner or fucking later. They can't hide forever. They can't hide their fucking guilt. Fucking haters. Damn, I wish I was like that dude from New York City. That dude from Brooklyn. I mean, he wasn't even from Brooklyn. The dude was from the Bronx. You know, he was no joke too. I wish I could do something like the way he did. Unfortunately for him, he got 10 life sentences. I can't do it. Ooh, shit. That motherfucker is no joke. But yeah, that goddamn Kwame Brown come on this goddamn app. Got all them fucking clowns like fucking Garrick. Fucking banned motherfucker. Garrick, you know your punk ass ain't supposed to be on no fucking YouTube. Go find you a skin doctor. Goddamn son of a bitch. And he be cameraing up. If I was him, I wouldn't camera up. Shit. Fucking loser. And that goddamn Predator 101 fucking sex offender been on the sex registry for almost 20 fucking years and got the fucking nerve to be on fucking YouTube having no fucking conscience, no empathy, no sympathy for his fucking victims, and he don't mind saying that fucking loud. You know what I would do if I was in front of these dudes? Don't let me be a man. Lord, that's all I need. God to just grant me the wish to wake up one day and I'll be a nigga. I'll show you niggas how to be fucking these bitches. I wouldn't care if my dick be 3 inches. I bet you I know how to use it. Oh, Hollywood Cole. Garrick has done so much dirty shit on these YouTubes. I mean, I don't watch the nigga. Motherfuckers be doing reactions about him. And I'm getting sick of these fucking reactions. Seriously. I ain't gonna even talk about that dude no more. Fuck him. He don't need no shine over here. Dead dogs don't get no fucking shine. Motherfucker is banned. He had 8 fucking channels. All of them banned. All of them. He got the nerve to hide behind another YouTuber and do his dumb shit. It's just like, okay, Hollywood Cole, look at me, right? It's like almost 12 o'clock at night. I got up, I looked around, I said, you know what? Let me hit the live button. I hit the live button. Hollywood Cole. I didn't have to call nobody. I didn't have to text nobody. I didn't have to email nobody and say, look, it's almost 12 o'clock at night. I need to go live. I got something to say. I just pressed the button. And presto. Yeah, I go. I went live because I could, Hollywood Cole. Shout out to the chat. We got 5 in the building. We got 6 likes. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to these motherfucking streets. The title of this video is Unakaribishwa. Unakaribishwa. And that is a Swahili phrase, and it means you are welcome. Not welcome, welcome, like karibu. Karibu means welcome. Like if you're coming into someone's house, but if you do something for somebody and they say thank you, you say you are welcome. And the way I would say it in Swahili is Unakaribishwa. Or if I was speaking Spanish, I would say de nada. De nada. It was nothing. It's no problem. Shout out to the chat. Hey, Mrs. V, what's up? Letitia's up there laughing. That's true, Letitia. I've been doing this Swahili thing on and off for a while. I should be more advanced, but I be lazy sometimes. And I really don't feel like studying, but I need to brush up on it. You know what I mean? Like it's morning time right now, right? Hold on, you guys. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Yeah, I had to plug in my phone because I don't want the battery to die. Because I really don't know how YouTube does it. Because I know how StreamYard drains. Yeah, but as I was saying, I've been studying like certain Swahili phrases for a while now. Like today, it like okay, like it's already. Let's see. I guess it's after 12 o'clock now. So it's already considered the next day. So it's already considered morning time. So I would say habari za hasaburi. Habari za hasaburi. That means good morning. Asante sana. Asante sana means thank you. 20 zetu. 20 zetu means let's go our own way. Kuja na mimi means come with me. So if you hear me say 20 zetu, like, okay, say I see you, right? We're on the street. It's morning time. And I want to party. I want to have a good time. But the party is going to be at my house. So I would tell you, habari za hasaburi. Habari za hasaburi. 20 zetu. Kuja na mimi. Kula jakula. Miji baridi. Karibu ni umbani ke wangu rafiki. Kuvuta kiti. Kachini. Kumpumzika. Unakaribishwa. So I'm telling you, I'm greeting you for that morning. I'm telling you, let's go our own way. Come with me. Follow me if you want to get something to eat. Give me a cold glass of water. When I say give me a cold glass of water, I mean like chill out with me, give me my respect. You know what I mean? Miji baridi. Miji baridi. And the reason why I roll my tongue a lot is when I was growing up, I used to like to watch Eartha Kitt. And I noticed that she used to do it all the time. So as I got older, I started finding the need to do it because I used to hear Ciela Cruz and all the Spanish singers rolling their tongue. So when I started studying Spanish, I just started rolling the tongue. Shout out to the chat. We got 2 in the building. We got 6 likes. I'm not going to be up here much longer. I just wanted to come up real quick and give my thoughts on those Bible stories that everybody doesn't talk about, and my frustration of having a female body when I should have been born a man. And I wouldn't care if God would have gave me a 3-inch dick. I know for myself, I would know how to fucking use it. And I would know how to fucking keep a fucking woman. You know what I mean? Because a lot of men, when they get with a woman, they don't know how to keep her. And they don't know how to keep her because, number one, they don't know anything about communication. You got to communicate with the woman. You got to be intimate with the woman. Being intimate doesn't mean sex all the time. It means just sitting down, having a conversation. You're able to vibe with the person you're with. You know what I mean? You're able to vibe with them. Whether you get along with them or not, whether you agree with them or not sometimes. Because you can be in a heavy argument with someone and still be nice to them. Still treat them with kindness. Still respect them. You know what I mean? You don't have to go out your way to be nasty to people. I think that's how domestic violence it gets started, because people don't respect. They don't know how to communicate. They don't know anything about intimacy. Nothing has ever been taught to them about how to be gentle to other people, be kind to other people, how to be mindful to other people. And that's why there's a lot of breakdown in the marriages. You know what I mean? But if I was a dude, I'm telling you, I would show all you dudes how to treat a woman. And I wouldn't give a damn if I was born with a 3-inch dick. I would know how to use it. I know where the woman's G-spot is. Hello. Shout out to the chat. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa, the original BT1000. Letitia. Letitia, you tripped me out when you popped your ass like, damn. Letitia was like, Nini Kuzimo, Kila Wakati. You can, the eyes expression tells me all. It said, Nini Kuzimu Kila Wakati. Or basically, Nini Kuzimu. You're like, Mungu Baba. Mungu Baba. Letitia laughing again. Letitia, we all had some good times on this app, haven't we? Lord have mercy. It's been an interesting, I would say, for some of y'all, because I met some of y'all in 2021, maybe 2022. I don't know which, but shout out to y'all. But it's been a long and bumpy road. It hasn't been easy. I can remember every argument I got into with people. I can remember every battle. I can remember every war. I can remember every panel I have ever hit in this sector. Oh my goodness. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Moonlight went live this morning. Shout out to Moonlight. Yo, I hit that link because Moonlight ain't really been live like that. She ain't really been dropping her link like that. So when she dropped it this morning, I hit the link. I talked to her for a few minutes. Then I jumped down into the chat. I stayed in the chat. Shout out to Moonlight. Shout out to Soulfly. Soulfly came up later to, talk to Moonlight. And then the answer showed up. Now, the answer knows he's a jackass. I've never liked this dude. This dude is a Quamite. And he's trying to put So Fly in a trick bag. He trying to make the lady look bad. And I'm so sick of it. So Fly is a nice, sweet lady, and everybody just mistreat her. And that goddamn Kwame Brown, he got it started the most. Mistreating Soulfly. Soulfly was so nice to Kwame Brown. See, that proves right there you can't be nice to this nigga. You can't be nice to this troll. Shout out to the chat. But Tommy Sotomayor warned all of them. Shout out to the chat. 3 years. That's right, Letitia. 3 years. Damn, Letitia. Wait a minute. Letitia, are you sure? Are you sure, Letitia? Letitia, are you sure? Nothing to you trying to destroy me now. I ain't been knowing you for no 3 years now, Letitia. If you like, I've been knowing you for 5 years, Letitia. You and keep the change. You and Keep the, because I asked Keep the Change the same thing. And Keep the Change said, Arabia, I've been knowing you for 3 years. Because Keep the Change showed up in my chat, just like the way you are, Letitia. And I said, Keep the Change, how long we been knowing each other? She said 3 years. You saying 3 years. I got to ask Lonnie. How long? Because I'm feeling like, why am I saying 5 years? I've been knowing y'all 5 years. Lord, I get it all mixed up. But you know what? I've been doing videos on YouTube since 2017. That's my first time ever doing a YouTube video, and I still got those videos, and I look at them every now and then, and I've posted some of them on this channel, and I'm in those pictures. I'm gonna tell you like this: I'm younger and I'm thinner. This is before the weight gain. I think you guys really didn't meet me until after the weight gain. Yeah. So it might be around that time. I'm saying I've been knowing some of y'all longer than that. I gotta ask Miss 504 how long I've been knowing her. You know? Lonnie, Miss 504, who else? Besides Tommy. Damn, it's just only a few that I can actually remember. Armando Black, brown skin lady. There's a few of y'all that I might have met before I moved into this apartment. Because I moved into this apartment in 2022. Yeah, that was March, because I moved at the end of March. But I was doing videos way before that time period. Because I was doing videos when I first met Birdman. So shout out to the chat. Oh, darn it. It was after the rabbit trial. I started watching in 2021, but we virtually met in 2022. It was after the rabbit trial or during it. It had to have been during it, Letitia. Hassan Campbell. Yeah, because Hassan Campbell was on the YouTubes. Because around that time Hassan was coming on, he came to the YouTubes in 2017, and his first target was Tommy Sotomayor. And Hassan been hot ever since then. And then, of course, there was some other instances with Hassan. So, yes, Yeah, I met her son. Yeah, I was looking at her son Campbell videos when I was homeless. That's why I'm getting it mixed up. Cause I know I met Ashley Say So while I was homeless. You know what I mean? Her son when I was homeless. It's a few of y'all. Tanya TKO. I met Tanya TKO in 2015 on the YouTubes, not in person. 2015. Cynthia G 2015. Tommy Sotomayor in 2013 because I was still living in New York at the time. I was living with my cousin Shakia. God bless the dead. God bless the dead. Rest in peace. Yo, shout out to the chat. Oh, Miss V, I'm doing very good. You doing good, Miss V? Miss V, I've never known you to be up this late. What you got going on, Miss V? You ain't got to go to work tomorrow or you got to go to work? Uh-oh. It's after 12:31, you guys. I've been up here an hour thus far. Shout out to the chat. Oh, so I guess you better go to bed, Mrs. V. No, but you can stay up if you want to. If you don't live that far from the job, I guess you can stay up as long as you want to. But I'm just, just saying. Because in a few hours, Miss V, I got to get to walking. By what? By what? What? It's 12 something now. By 1:45, I need to get into the shower. By 3:00, I need to be walking out this house and going downtown. Shout out to child. I'm charging my phone now, so when I do get down there, Mrs. V, I'll be there. I'm trying to get on a work ticket, because this lady, I don't know what's going on. Before I leave, I'll send a long text message. Yo, I need to get on a work ticket. Blase, blase. I ain't got time to really play with these people, man. Fuck, they play with everybody else. Yeah, I ain't got time. And I'm getting sick of going down here because it's the same thing every fucking day. And ain't nowhere in the world, and you cannot convince me that she don't know that these dudes be drunk before she sends them on a fucking job. And she can't give me that shit about, oh, they work good and X, Y, and Z. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. Because half of them dudes don't need to be working for them anyway. They're a liability. One of the dudes, he was on a ticket. He was on that ticket for a couple of months. He just recently got kicked off the fucking ticket. He got kicked off the fucking ticket. And I don't mean no harm. She should have put him on suspension. Nothing happens to these dudes. Yeah, I know, Mrs. V, your phone had died. And we were just getting into a good conversation, too. We was vibing and everything. Then all of a sudden, first it started buffering. Then you started repeating it. I said, oh, shit. I keep hearing about the salt packets, the salt pack, the salt pack. I said, yeah, something happened. Yeah, that's why I'm charging my phone right now. So I don't have that issue. It happened to me one time. Mm-hmm. Sure did. That's right, Mrs. V. Mm-hmm. 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 That's what happened. Yeah, my phone died like that a couple of weeks ago, Mrs. V. Mrs. V, I was doing a live video, and the next thing I know, the phone just died. And before it had died, it tried to turn on the battery saver. It was like, you need to turn on the battery saver. But I kept ignoring it and it died, and I had to go to the office and put the phone charger back in and had to charge it up. It only charged up to 30% before I left. So when I did get to the other job, I had to charge it some more. So shout out to you, Mrs. V. Yeah, we had a good time yesterday. Oh. Mrs. V. Yo, that would be awesome. Cause like when I do my intro, I be like, this is your home girl, Arabia. Oh, 914 Westchester County, New York, coming to you live with another video. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa, the BT 1000, the Jeeper Creeper on this shit. Lucy the Vampire, the German Shepherd, in the goddamn room. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. This is your home girl, Arabia Barbosa. Yeah, child. I've been doing that intro for a couple of years now. I think everyone knows it, and everyone knows my other sayings. So yeah, I've been doing it for a while. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, you guys, it's getting later. I want to lay down for a little while longer, and perhaps look at a short story on the YouTubes, because I've been in this sector a little bit. I only come back for my YouTube creators. And I want to thank everyone for coming in. I want to say good morning to everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Habari za hasaburi. Habari za hasaburi. Yeah. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Shout out to Letitia, Third Eye, the first one that came into the building. Shout out to Not Worth It. Shout out to Mrs. V. Shout out to Nikki Lee. Shout out to Nikki Lee. Shout out to Hollywood Cole for coming into the chat. Hollywood Cole is an OG in the sector. Letitia Third Eye is an OG in the sector. Nikki Lee, shout out to her. Shout out to Miss V. Shout out to Not Worth It. Not Worth It. Yes. Part of the walk team in the morning. Yeah. They got us on video. They got us on video. Let's do reactions. Hit the Cash App. All right, I'm out of here, you guys. Have a great one. Thank you for coming in. Y'all stay safe out there. It's close to holiday season. Please be vigilant. Be safe. Watch your surroundings. Watch your circle. Watch the company you keep. Just be careful. Shout out to the chat. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa. I'm out of here, you guys. Thank you for coming over. Good morning. I love you all. I love you. Peace out. One.